You wouldn't buy a microwave. You wouldn't buy a ready-meal lasagna and put it in the microwave despite it being in a tinfoil container. You wouldn't put beef steaks into a rice cooker. You wouldn't chop individual grapes in half using a fork. There has to be a better way to prepare food without looking like an idiot. But what if I told you there was? HelloFresh. Using my referral link, you can get 50% off your first box, free postage included. Simply create your account and you can pick whichever meals you like from a huge selection. There are dozens and dozens of different recipes every week, each with different dietary requirements. They also show you the calorie count per serving and various other nutrition information. You can easily decide which meals you want for the coming week and for how many people too. Once you've ordered, you can simply wait for your order to show up. Start by placing your recipe on a flat surface. Now, as you can see, they tell you how many ingredients you need for different numbers of people, and we'll begin by cooking the wedges. We preheat the oven, get the chopping board, the knife, and we unpack the delightful parcel that is HelloFresh. One of my favourite things about HelloFresh is you get sent everything in the correct amounts. No need to weigh anything out or measure anything. We spray some oil on the baking tray, and then we cut the potatoes into wedges like so. When they're done, a bit of salt and pepper on top and in the oven. They'll be in the oven for about half an hour. Next up we do the sauce, which is nice and simple because it uses most of the ingredients we got sent. We put some water in and we turn the heat on. I did this on a hot summer British heatwave afternoon, so that wasn't pleasant. So we put in the barbecue sauce, the vinegar, the chipotle. Alexa, how do you say chipotle?
I pronounce the chipotle.
Well, la-di-da. The next step is basically add the chicken. So we add the chicken. Elegant as ever. Now this next step has lots of little sections, so try and keep up with the master cook here. So we're chopping the spring onion into smaller bits of spring onion, and then we put this cheese into little bits of cheese with a grater. We cut bits of carrot, and then that goes in the grater as well. Look at that. At a certain point, I think I should buy a larger chopping board, but honestly, it worked pretty well. Now we put half of the beans into a bowl, and we basically mash them up, and then we don't mash the other half. We take the chicken out of the bowl, put all of the vegetables in, cut up the chicken a little bit, and then we put it back in afterwards. So once everything's ready, we combine it back in the pan. Now lastly, the whole thing needs to be baked in the oven for a short period of time. So we take the wedges out and we put them into an oven-proof dish like this. I picked a see-through one so you can make sure they're not up to anything, you know, you can spy on them. Then you just put the chicken back on top and mash it down. Look at it steaming. I didn't add that. That's not CGI, it was actually steaming. Then unfortunately, it's cheese time. Cheese goes on top and we put it in the oven for, I think, 6 minutes it said. And then, using the magic of technology, we can fast forward, like on Blue Peter. And then look, it's a meal, an unironic cooked meal, made easy by hellofresh.co.uk, hashtag sponsored. Also, I made some bread as well. Don't forget that you can always hang on to the recipe cards too. Now you can sit down to a freshly cooked, tasty meal. Don't forget to add the spring onion. Tasty. The other portion you can either save for another night or give it to your mum. Wrap it up in cling film, hop on your bike, and bring her a free meal, courtesy of HelloFresh. Absolutely marvellous.